Welcome to my solo Christmas vlog. Here was me thinking I was off to the best start, filming my first clip in the car, and I didn't actually realise that my phone was plugged into the car, therefore it wasn't picking up any sound. So I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about here and what I'm telling you, but basically this was on Christmas Eve and I was just nipping off to the retail park to pick up some bits that I'd obviously forgotten, like an onion for soup and some bananas from banoffee pie, which were absolutely essential, and just some silly things like sugar and juice, etc. So I nipped down to the retail park and I got those things, and then it was home to be well and truly in the festive spirit. Obviously, I have decided to do Christmas solo this year, so it's just me, myself and I, and I'm not doing my Christmas traditions. Like, just because I'm on my own doesn't mean that I should not do things that make me feel Christmassy. So that's what we're going to get into in the vlog, and I hope you enjoy it. The retail park is literally given dead. I actually don't think I ever see it this quiet. I mean, to be fair, I did have plans to also not leave the house today, but needed some fresh bananas from a banoffee pie, and I needed an onion, which I probably already said, from a soup, and then the bags of sugar in there were just too big, and I try not to keep sugar in the house because one likes lots of sugar in their tea. So I'm just going to go quickly to Asda, grab a teeny tiny bag of sugar and a teeny tiny loaf, just in case I want to have toast and eggs, although I don't really see that happening because I've got lots of food to cook tomorrow, because my plan is if I can cook loads of food tomorrow, then surely I won't need to cook on Boxing Day, or hopefully the 27th. However, I'm partial to a roast potato, so I don't see them lasting really past Boxing Day. Also, I guess maybe now's a good time to tell you why I'm doing a solo Christmas. So if you've seen my last video that I posted earlier on in the week, basically I have been recovering from emotional burnout. I have been going through a cycle basically for as long as I can remember, like my whole adult life, of overgiving emotionally to people and really just putting all my time and energy into relationships that just, whoa, this car is a little bit bumpy, that just don't really give much back. And I need to put that down because I cannot see. My glasses are so dirty. Anyway, so yeah, I never enjoy Christmas because Christmas Day is just really a day where I have to do everything for everybody else. I get bossed about, do this, do that, do this, do that, and then at the end of it, people don't really enjoy the day anyway, and it's kind of boring. Everybody does their own thing, you know, people in the family who've got partners, whatever, they go off and do their own thing, and then there's just like a small group of us left of essentially elderly people that I then have to look after all day, and it's just not an enjoyable experience. And now that I've realised I've got emotional burnout, my body is just literally, she doesn't want to do anything that she doesn't want to do. Like, the thought of having to go to someone else's house and cook them a meal in their kitchen, absolutely not. And then the thought of just like having to drive people around on Christmas Day, you know, also after I've cooked, is also just a no, because I just don't want to do it. Like, I want to have a nice day. I'm always the one running around making sure that everybody else is having a good day, but nobody else is running around making sure I have a good day. And I just feel like I don't want to do that this year. Like, I actually want to make sure that I'm having a good day. I want to cook for me. I want to make sure that I'm enjoying it. I want to have a relaxing day. I'm going to spend my day in my Christmas pyjamas, my comfy cozy pyjamas, and I'm going to cook myself the dinner the way that I like it. And I just don't want to have to be at anybody else's beck and call. Like, that is the best Christmas gift that I could have asked for this year, is some alone time where nobody needs anything from me and nobody's like nipping at me to do this, that and the next thing. So that's kind of why I'm spending Christmas alone. You know, I actually want to enjoy the day, and I kind of figured out that in order to enjoy the day, I kind of had to do solo Christmas. My glasses are literally so dirty, it's disgusting. So yeah, that's why we're doing solo Christmas, and I'm actually looking forward to it. I think I am going to put a tree up tonight because it will feel weird having a Christmas and then not having a Christmas tree. So I'm going to make my soup, I'm going to make my banoffee pie, give the kitchen a once over, go for a big fat everything shower, put my fresh clean pyjamas on, and then I'm going to put up the Christmas tree, watch a Christmas movie, and then I'm going to go to bed. And also I'm not drinking this year as well, which I think is actually probably why, which is another reason why I'm really switched off by the fact of like doing things for other people, because normally I would have a drink, and years gone by I was a smoker, and I feel like now that I'm realising all this emotional burnout stuff, the reason I smoked was to literally cope with the demands that other people were putting on me emotionally and not returning. So I smoked to like cope with that, because it was a coping mechanism. And now that I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, I don't really drink alcohol very often, and the last time I drank it gave me excruciating heartburn, and I was depressed after it. I've decided I'm not drinking this Christmas. I've made sure that nobody's giving me alcohol for my Christmas. I just don't want to do it. So I've got my appetizer for tomorrow, and I think that like when you take away those coping mechanisms, your body is literally just like, absolutely not, I'm not doing anything that I don't want to do. Sorry, I'm here driving around looking for a space here while I'm talking to you, as it's actually kind of busy. Marks and Spencer's was quiet, but M&S is actually giving a little bit busy, and I've just drove around and basically parked just when I drove past, so fun for me. Okay, so I'm going to go into Asda, get what I need to get, and then I'm going to go home. And that is me. I'm not leaving the house until Boxing Day. Although tomorrow, a cafe that I like over in the West End, they are actually opening for a couple of hours in the morning. So I think between 10:30 and 12:30. And basically you can go and get a matcha. So I am low-key like considering doing that. But I'll see how I feel. I'll see how late I'm up tonight and what time I got back in the morning. And if I can actually be bothered doing something like that. But we'll see. You know what's funny? As I'm sat here bashing up my biscuits for my banoffee pie, I'm actually just thinking to myself, this could be the last year that I do these Christmas traditions, because next year I want to be anti-inflammatory living. I feel like this could be the last year that I'm doing these types of traditions, because I want to be anti-inflammatory living this time next year. I've got my anti-inflammatory book by Sophie Richards coming, I think on the 2nd of January, it's due to be released. So next year it could be an anti-inflammatory Christmas. Actually, to be fair, my soup is anti-inflammatory, other than the butter. So we're already part way there. Caramel from a tin, I know it's the cheater's way, but what you gonna do? I couldn't really be bothered making my own caramel. Got enough to cook this festive season, so I bought caramel in a tin. Oh, I think I was supposed to put it in the fridge and let it cool down, because the biscuit base is mixing with the caramel. Oh dear! Shiza, it was going so well! I'm going to put it in the fridge and then see if I can smooth it out once it's set. I was so sure we had like an electric hand whisk, but it turns out we don't have one of those. So I'm currently having to whisk my cream by hand, which is going to take a little while. I'm getting soda ready and I've been doing this for 23 seconds. It's getting thicker. Something's definitely happening. Here we go, it's starting to thicken. Thank Christ for that. God, you stir it for ages, you feel like nothing's happening, and then all of a sudden it thickens up. Well, that is my soup finished. It's a little bit thinner than I would have liked. However, I'm pretty sure it will taste good. I can confirm she tastes great. And she's going to taste even better tomorrow. Literally perfection. Gorgeous! Can't wait to eat that tomorrow. That's going to be great. Okay, the cooking's nearly done. I just need to put the cream on the top of my banoffee pie, some chocolate, and then I can tidy. I'm very excited to eat this. The question is, will I be able to save it till tomorrow, or am I going to end up having some tonight before I go to my bed? That's the question. Okay. Final part. Chocolate. Okay. Banoffee pie is done. I'm excited to eat this tomorrow. I might even treat myself to a slice for breakfast. Okay, I'm going to tidy up, go for a shower, put some fresh pyjamas on, and we'll take it from there. It's literally 8 p.m. on Christmas Eve. I've prepped my soup for tomorrow. I've made my banoffee pie. I can't wait to eat the banoffee pie. Like, I'm so excited. It's going to be so hard for me not to eat that tonight. And I don't have a Christmas tree up in the house. The house is not Christmassy. And A, I'm tired, but B, I'm just like, I can't wake up tomorrow and not have a Christmas tree. So I think I'm going to spend the next couple of hours Christmasifying my room, making it a little bit festive so that when I wake up in the morning, it actually feels like Christmas. Not gonna lie, the realisation that I'm now spending Christmas alone has kind of hit me hard. I've been feeling a little bit sad about it. And not because like I regret the decision that I made. Obviously part of me is like, oh my god, have I made the right decision? Like, am I just making things worse for myself? But also at the same time, like, I know that if I didn't make this decision tomorrow, I'd be regretting not making the decision because I'd be tired, overstimulated, annoyed, all those things. So it is definitely the right decision, but that doesn't mean that I can't be a little bit sad about it. Like, is it a little bit sad that, you know, my family don't really care? Like, you know, that people haven't like phoned me up and been like, don't be silly, you can't spend Christmas Day on your own, like, let's sort something out. Like, anyway, it is what it is. I'm going to feel sad about it tonight, but tomorrow I'm not going to be sad about it because I'm going to be cooking. I'm going to have roast potatoes. Like, last year I had a bit of a roast potato gate over on TikTok, and that I posted a kind of tongue-in-cheek video about how Marks and Spencer had ruined my Christmas dinner, because basically I bought like pre-packaged roast potatoes, but it didn't say anywhere before you purchased them that they came with like bacon lardons. So basically when you cook the potatoes, because they've been sat in the bacon for an unknown amount of time, the roast potatoes just tasted like bacon. They didn't taste like roast potatoes. So for me, the best part of the Christmas meal is the roast potatoes. So it did actually ruin my Christmas dinner. And quite a lot of people seen it, and quite a lot of people had opinions. A lot of people had opinions about that and how I was fat and lazy for not cooking my own roast potatoes. So tomorrow I'm getting my own back because that video has resurfaced. A few people have liked it over the last couple of days. Like, obviously I think because it's coming up to Christmas, the algorithm's kind of pushing it out again, and it is getting a little minuscule bit of traction. But tomorrow, the roast potato haters are going to be eating their words. A lot of people said to me, I can't believe you can't make your own roast potatoes. It's so easy. Or like, just learn how to make roast potatoes. If you can't make your own veg, then what's the point in having Christmas dinner? So those people are going to eat their words tomorrow. But anyway, back to tonight. I'm going to Christmasify my room. I'm going to put some decorations up. I'm going to make it feel Christmassy. And then I think I'm going to watch The Grinch and maybe have a piece of banoffee pie. Oh, I don't know. Not gonna lie, part of me's like, can I just leave it plain? Do I actually need to decorate it? I'm tired now. I've literally put the tree together and I'm knackered. Like, I need a wee rest. Don't know whether I've actually not eaten really anything proper all day other than a bowl of my soup that I made and a bread roll. I had toast and eggs this morning. Maybe I'll have a snack, refuel, and then actually decorate the tree because my back's a breaking, guys. My back's breaking. PSA to me next year, don't leave it till Christmas Eve to assemble the tree. Do it in a normal time scale. I just really couldn't be bothered this year. I just didn't have the energy. And I was actually going to do 2 trees because that's the tree that goes in the living room, but I don't use the living room, so a part of me was just like, I actually can't be bothered putting a tree up in a room that I don't use. So my solution to that problem was to buy a second tree and have that in here and put that up first so that I had my own Christmas tree. But life got in the way and I really just couldn't be bothered. I ended up starting like a temporary Christmas job and I did it for a week. Well, I actually did it for 3 shifts. That's another story for another time. And it just threw me off whack. And then before you know it, it's basically Christmas Eve. So yeah, note to self, don't leave it so late next year. I've caved. I have to have a piece immediately. How good does it look? The only thing about the caramel in a can, I know it's a cheap way, but for the caramel in the can, but the only thing is, it doesn't really set in the fridge. Like, it doesn't really harden up the way normal caramel would, but oh well. I actually can't be bothered decorating the tree, so I'm not. It's just for ambience. I put my presents underneath it. I'm going to watch my film, eat the rest of my banoffee pie, which I'm actually afraid is going to collapse in the fridge overnight because the caramel's not going to sturdy at all. But Christmas Day set up, Space NK and Vive under the tree. What more could you ask for? Good morning. It's Christmas morning. I've had a long night. I could not get to sleep for love nor money last night, so I was up late, even though I was absolutely knackered. But I was up late. Still haven't decorated the tree, but the lights are just for ambience at this point, to be honest. And I'm going to open my Christmas presents. So I know what most of these presents are, to be honest, because I either bought them or picked them. So I'm going to open my presents. I'm going to just have a really chill morning, early afternoon. I've had some cake for breakfast, because if you can't have cake for breakfast on Christmas morning, when can you have cake for breakfast? I'm going to start with the presents that are from me to me, because obviously we know what these are. Can't have a Christmas go by without a snow fairy. This time I went for snow fairy milkshake, which I believe is like an oat cleanser this time. Confidence and joy in an oat milkshake. So I'm excited to try that. I will be using that on my shower this morning, because it's not Christmas Day unless there's a snow fairy involved. So gorgeous. This was a bit of a bump, to be honest. I went in for a mini Bobbi Brown face base, right? Because I couldn't really commit to buying a big one. However, they didn't have any minis left. And what they have is a mini. And it's only 7ml, right? So I thought, well, it'll do, you know, to get me through the festive period, because I've got none left. And also, it's giving a little cute vibe, right? And I thought, oh well, it's only 7ml, so it'll be less than £10. £12 it cost me. In my head, I thought it was going to cost me £7, but she was £12 for a tiny little one. And I think the actual travel size one, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is like 15ml, and it's only £19. So kind of got slightly bumped on that, but I just love this product so much. Like, I know it's, you know, it was a big thing and it's not really talked about as much anymore, but I love this. This is one of my favourite face bases ever. And again, it's not Christmas unless you get yourself a new Elemis Pro Cleansing Balm. They love a Pro Cleansing Balm around here, so I've got that, because my old one has literally got like one use left in it. So, and then, oh yeah, so I got myself a Terry's chocolate, but not an orange, a caramel. They had loads of different flavours this year, so I decided to go for the caramel flavour, so I'm excited to try that. The best gift is a Vive cream bronzer. I've actually not had a cream bronzer ever, I don't think. I've had no, I have. I used to use the Chanel cream bronzer, like, back in the day. But I don't know, I just took the notion to get a cream bronzer, so I'm buzzing to try that. And obviously, if you know me, which you probably don't, because this is going to be like my second video on YouTube, We love Vive around here. I'm a Vive gal, and I say this quite often, but I'm nearly using exclusively a full face of Vive. Like, I'd say every time I do my makeup is 80% Vive products. So another Vive to add to the list. And I've got a little gift card from my aunt and uncle. There's the telephone. Sorry, I was rudely interrupted by a telephone call that obviously was not for me, but I answered it anyway, so then I can say it was actually my uncle that was phoning. So I can say thanks for my gift. I need to do it at a later stage. To be honest with you, he was like, what are you doing today? And I was like, I'm just spending it here. Eat my body weight in food. And I'm not gonna lie, it was low-key awkward. I think my whole family think I'm tapped in the head for wanting to spend Christmas on my own when I clearly have another choice, but it is what it is. Anyway, back to the gift giving. I also know what this is because it wasn't well concealed when I looked in the bag, but we've got a Winter Spice Reed diffuser. It's cute vibes. Reckon this is a box of chocolates. Massive box of dairy milk. This is not going to be good for the diet come January. I'll get that for nothing. And I think I'll open my grand's gifts because I know it's in this Space NK bag because I went to Space NK to purchase it. And honestly, I've been wanting it for ages, so I'm very excited to try this out. But it's the Summer Fridays Holiday Trio, the limited edition toasted marshmallow lip balm, and the hot cocoa chocolate lip balm, and then also the jet lag mask, which I'm excited to try. I bought a Summer Fridays lip gloss for myself last year for Christmas, the green one, the mint, and honestly it's been my most used favourite lip gloss this year. It's actually on its last legs. So when I seen this, I was like, I must try it, and I've heard a lot of good things about the jet lag mask. So this was on the Christmas wish list. And then also from my gran, we've got some pyjamas. These are going to be my Boxing Day pyjamas, although embarrassingly, so I picked these myself, right? And I thought they were giving cute vibes, like, you know, a pale blue striped trouser, straight leg, and then a cute little Winnie the Pooh top that says "Can't Adult Today" on it, right? And I thought, hella cute, love them. And then last night I was watching a TikTok video of someone like, oh, what's like the most what's the most millennial like sayings of all time, and one of the things that they said was like, oh, I can't adult today. And I thought, Christ, those pyjamas are just going to be screaming millennial. But that's my millennial pyjamas. And then I get literally a box of these every year for my Christmas because I said one year that I liked them, and I do like them, but obviously, you know, that was probably like 10 years ago and chocolate's evolved since then. But I get a box of these for my Christmas every year, so love them. And then I'm not sure what's in this, but I'm sure now that I felt it. Rebels. We're addicted to Rebels in this house, literally. So that's from a little brand. And then last but not least, on the Christmas, the only present that I actually don't know what's in, it's from my cousins. And I don't know what's in this one, so, oh, there, I've just ripped the bag. Oh, yay! We've got a candle, a luxury fragrance candle, burns for up to 40 hours. What's the scent? It's from Next Country Lux. Oh, top note, grapefruit lemon, heart lavender geranium, and base ylang and cedarwood. Oh, this is going to be a nice candle. I can tell already. Those scents. That's gorgeous. It's given like a spa vibe, like see when you would go and get a massage. That is what that's given. So that's a great gift. We love a good candle around here. Although I haven't really spoke about this, but I had a bit of an incident with an Asda candle, and basically when it got to the end of the candle, I don't know what happened, but I don't know, it was like letting off a whole load of black smoke. I don't know if it was because it was a cheap candle or whatever, but I woke up in the morning, because obviously I'd had it on at night, like when I was in my bed, And I woke up in the morning and my nostrils were literally black. They had black soot in them. But I didn't think anything of it because I was in a bit of a rush to like get to my PT class. And then when I was tidying my room at the weekend there, I actually noticed that there was like black soot everywhere. Like my curtains were no longer white but grey. There was black soot all over the window. There was like soot all over like my dressing table and like my shelves and stuff like that. And then I thought, well, there must be soot on the walls. So I tried to clean the wall with one of those wet magic sponges and basically smeared soot all over my wall, and I had to repaint in 2 areas. Like I had to repaint that whole corner of my room. And then I'd noticed where the candle had originally been on that wall, there was like a grey like line going up the wall. So obviously I tried to clean that, smeared the smoke everywhere. So I had to repaint over that as well. So that was not a fun time. I won't ever be buying a candle from Asda ever again. But this is an X candle, so I feel like it's going to be reputable. But I actually love the smell of that. Like that is going to be gorgeous in the room. It's going to be giving cozy, calm, spa vibes. It's going to be perfect for January. It's the perfect January candle. And then also in the box is just more chocolates. Caramel, mellow milk chocolate. And my little penguins with yellow feet from Hotel Chocolat. So amazing. Lovely gift from my cousin. And that's it for the gift giving for me. Normally I would buy myself a whole lot more gifts, you know, so I've got loads of things to open. But I didn't really do that this year because your girl's a student, so there was no buying loads of gifts for myself this year. So, but do you know what? The best gift I could have received was having a peaceful day, which so far so good. The peace is peacing. I can get up and have my soup for my lunch, and then I just need to make some roast potatoes, make some mashed potatoes, peel my carrots, peel my parsnips, cook them, cook my turkey and my stuffing balls, and then that's it really. And I'm just going to graze. So I actually think I'm going to go back to my bed for a little while. I'm going to watch a film. I still need to have a shower, obviously, and wash my hair and all that kind of stuff. And obviously I need to play my new makeup, but we're just having a chill day today. Nothing strenuous, nothing too exasperating. I'll get up and cook when I feel like it. And I want to watch, I don't know how, but literally I have never seen the Santa Claus like films. So I watched the ones with Tim Allen in it. So I watched the Santa Claus a couple of nights ago, and then I watched the Santa Claus 2 like a couple of nights after that, and I've still got the Santa Claus 3 to watch. So I'm going to watch that. I also want to watch The Grinch. I watched Love Actually a couple of weeks ago, so I'm not really that bothered about that. And then I'm going to be thinking about getting up and making my dinner. But I mean, again, it's still the morning time, so I'm in no rush. Like, I'm in no rush to be doing anything today. I'm just going to chill. I did actually see someone on TikTok say they were away to Lake Como for their Christmas. Waking up on Lake Como was like the best decision they ever made, and I thought, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of going to Lake Como for my Christmas? Anyway, that's the gift giving portion of the day. Finito. So I'm going to go back to my bed. Before I go back to my bed, I'm going to try my new Summer Fridays toasted marshmallow lip balm because I've been waiting all year for this. Oh my god, it smells delicious. I just love what I love about these lip balms is the applicator, like the way your lip just fits into it. Not much colour to it that I can see, but then I don't mind that. I quite like a natural lip with just like a little bit of gloss on it. Oh, that's good. That is good. And while we're here, I might as well just give my Jet Lask mask a little try because I won't put it on my face right now because I want to obviously wash my face and stuff first. But oh, she's thick. She's thick and she's smooth. Doesn't really have much of a scent to it. I can't really there is a faint scent to it, but I can't really tell because all I can smell and taste is the lip gloss right now. So I'm going to put it on my face later on. Oh, but I like that. I like that a lot. and then later on I'll come back and I'll try the chocolate lip balm. We've had some collapage of caramel throughout the night. Evidently the caramel's not faring well in the fridge. Actually had the biggest, fattest nap this afternoon. It was great. Fell asleep watching The Grinch, so I'm just peeling my potatoes. I'm going to do my roasties. I'm going to watch the rest of The Grinch while I'm doing it, and then I'm going to have a big fat feast. Actually, solo Christmas has been great. Don't get me wrong, I had a little moment this morning. I was a little bit sad about it. A tear was shed. However, nobody's been bothering me. Nobody's been asking me for anything. Nobody's been at me all day, and it's been fabulous. However, it does just go to show actually how much effort that you put into relationships, and when you stop putting that effort in, how little effort other people actually make. So that's been interesting. I guess that's why I was maybe feeling a little bit down in the dumps earlier about it, but you know what, it's better to know now than to know in 10 years time. So there is that. Was my plan to go for a shower and wash my hair today as well? Yes, but I actually just couldn't be bothered, and I thought, what's the point? Like, what is the point? I'm not going anywhere, I'm not seeing anyone. So I'm gonna make my dinner, and I'll either have a shower while it's cooking, or I'll eat it and then I'll have a shower. So we'll see. But yeah, a little bit behind schedule. It's a wee bit later than what I had originally planned it to be, but again, no need to panic because it's just me. I'm only cooking for me, so I can finish, start whenever I want. Actually not even check the timings in. The turkey takes 50 minutes. So that's perfect. Turkey and the roast potatoes can go in together. Stuffing balls, what are you going to take? 25 minutes. That's also perfect. Steps will take about half an hour, so it's all going to plan. No alcohol this Christmas either, by the way. I only realised that today, that this is my first Christmas without any alcohol. So I've been on the appetizer. Delightful. But yeah, like in years gone by, there's no way I could have did Christmas without alcohol. Like I remember one year, maybe about 5 years ago, I drank an entire bottle of Baileys to myself throughout the day on Christmas Day, and I smoked about 6 million joints because I was also kind of alone that Christmas. So basically, I lived on my own at the time. I had my own flat, and I wanted to do like Christmas with everyone. So I did the full shebang, like bought Christmas plates and glasses and had the house all nice, and people literally turned up for an hour and then left, or came, ate the dinner that I'd slaved away preparing. Like I did, again, my own roast potatoes. Like I did like smooth creamy mash. Like, I really went all out because it was my first time hosting. And the people that came for dinner literally turned up, ate the dinner, and then left straight after the dinner, and I was spent Christmas night on my own anyway, getting high and polishing off a full entire bottle of Baileys. So at least this Christmas, I'm on the appetizer. I'm not going to have a hangover tomorrow. I'm well rested because I've had a good nap today. Like, and it's been pretty stress-free. When are you having dinner? What time are you cooking at? What are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? None of that. I'm deciding. And it's based, I think it's like 5 o'clock or something. I'm actually not even sure at the time. Could be 5 o'clock. And I'm only just making a start on the dinner, but I don't care. So, yeah. No, you'd actually think I'm feeding a family of 4 with the amount of roast potatoes. It's literally just me. And that's the amount of roast potatoes I'm doing. I'm like, is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough? Because I love a roast potato. No, I'm actually howling. I've just had to put them in a bigger pot because the original pot I was using when I put the water in, I was like, that doesn't even cover those potatoes. So I've had to use my big pot. So I definitely think I've cooked enough roast potatoes. Christmas dinner complete. I'm actually buzzing to eat this. I've tried the roast potatoes and also the honey and mustard parsnips, and they're fabulous. Little feast for one. I mean, it looks like it could feed 4 people, but gorgeous. Sorry, but how cute are these little crackers? And you don't need someone else to crack it with. You can crack it on your own. I actually got these from Asda, and look, it's a little coffee shop, and there's another one that's a perfume shop, and then there's just like a plain building, but I thought these were super cute, and also you can do them yourself, which is kind of cool. So here we go, let's see what's in this one. Oh, that was a bit underwhelming. The other one I did popped better. What is that? What is that? What do you do with that? I got this. And my other one. What's going on here? I can confirm. My roast potatoes are great. The Crimble Limbo has well and truly had me in its grasps. Today is the 28th of December. I think the last time I filmed a clip for this vlog was actually the 25th of December, Christmas Day. Basically what happened was I ate my food. I was then absolutely exhausted from cooking that I actually immediately needed to have a lie down, and I've done nothing but nap, eat festive leftovers and watch festive films for the last 2 days, and to be honest with you, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I actually have been quite tired, but I don't think that's like the stress of Christmas Day. I actually think it's been the stress of like pre-Christmas and like leading up to it that's actually got to be more nenting, because obviously having a solo Christmas is not the norm. It's not the done thing, and I think most people thought it was bizarre that I was deciding to do that. Most people have thought it's weird, and some people tried to get me to change my mind, which obviously I didn't want to do, which did add an extra layer of stress to the pre-Christmas festivities. But we're over it now, we've had our rest. I've actually been having the craziest dreams since Christmas as well, which means I haven't been sleeping properly, because like I can't get to sleep at night, and then when I do get to sleep, my mind is just like having the most bizarre dreams. Like I can't even explain to you how bizarre these dreams are, but I do think that is like your nervous system like integrating your lessons, like all the things that you're processing, like when you're doing something new, your nervous system has to integrate it. So I think that has been like my brain working at night, trying to integrate all these things I've been like realising or like working through this festive season, because normally I would just go along with things and I would do everything that everybody wanted me to do, and to be honest it was always at my detriment, because I'd finish up Christmas and then Christmas night and I'd always be a bit like, was that really worth it? Not really. Whereas this year obviously that's been really different. I actually went to bed like feeling good about myself on Christmas Day, which was quite nice. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed solo Christmas. I would urge you, if you're thinking about doing it or something that you want to do, just do it once. Like we have Christmas every single year, so who's not to say that you might not enjoy it or whatever. Like I might want to spend Christmas with other people next year, I don't know. Like, but I think if you're in a difficult family dynamic and Christmas is not that enjoyable, then you should at least like give yourself one Christmas where you can just do what you want to do and not really give what anybody else wants. So that's my 2 pence piece. Also, it did kind of make me realise as well, like how much you do for other people without like getting it in return. Like, and when you stop making that effort, like when you stop being the emotional caretaker or being the one that always runs to fix things, or that's always the one who's organising or whatever it might be, people just aren't bothered. Like, you know, nobody else steps up to do the organising, nobody else steps in to make sure that everybody has a nice Christmas. So why am I always the one doing it all the time? Like, it just was a very harsh reality in terms of having my eyes opened as to like how much I do for other people and how much people don't actually do for me. Like, sadly, not many people from my family reached out to me on Christmas Day, which there was a few people I was a bit disappointed about, but you know what, it is what it is. Like, what are you going to do at the end of the day? So yeah, thanks for watching my Christmas vlog. I know it's been a long one. It's been a bit longer than I'd originally anticipated it being, but I had fun making it. I hope you had fun watching it. And hopefully if you are thinking about doing solo Christmas, or you don't enjoy Christmas and you've watched this vlog, maybe it'll spur you on to do your own solo Christmas next year. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thanks again for watching, and hopefully next week I'll be back with my solo New Year vlog, but I'm unsure what's happening with New Year yet, so we'll see. But either way, I'll be manifesting it in the New Year, and hopefully I will try and film some of that. So yeah, I will see you hopefully in the next one.